MP for Harlow and chair of the Education Select Committee. Robert, welcome to the programme. I suppose the first question today is why are results still so much higher than they were in 2019? Surely the fair thing to do would to have been to end this grade inflation, bring results down to the level that they were before the pandemic, and therefore be able to realistically judge between the abilities of students.
Well, the first thing I want to say, if you don't mind, is I just wish good luck to the 700,000 students who are getting results today. There's around 5.9 million exams. I wish them luck, thank the teachers and support staff and also their families who've done everything possible to support the students through GCSEs and level twos. But in answer to your question, you're absolutely right. There has been enormous amounts of grade inflation, and that was caused by school closures for most pupils and scrapping exams, something that I was strongly opposed to. But I think it's right that because of what's happened over the past 2 years, that the Ofqual, which is the exam regulator, that has in essence linked the grades results between 2019 and 2021. So you do it in stages. And the reason for that is because we know that, sadly, millions of pupils were absent from school. Many of them didn't get proper online learning. The Education Data Lab, for example, suggested that Year 11 pupils missed an average of 11% of morning and afternoon registration sessions over the academic year, that 5% of pupils were severely absent in exam years from September to May this year. And the Centre for Social Justice said that 13,000 children in critical exam years were severely absent in the autumn term of 2020. So because there has been so much disruption, because of what happened, I think the Ofqual made the right decision. But we do need to get back to normal next year, absolutely.
How does it help students to lower the barriers to getting higher grades? How does it help those students who've missed out on learning to sort of give them artificially higher grades than they otherwise would have, or be able to not distinguish between the excellent students and the slightly less good students in the way that you might in a normal year of slightly higher grade boundaries? Why does it help those who've missed out to artificially inflate those grades?
Well, you're right in a sense, because I questioned the government over the past year, and I said what they're saying is that everyone can run a 50-metre race rather than a 100-metre race, despite the level of learning that they've had. So those who had the least learning or absent from school run the same 50 metres as those who had the most learning. So clearly there are problems, but whatever solution that Ofqual, the regulator, and the Department of Education come up with, there would have been flaws. And I think that it's a sad compromise. It's not ideal, but I think it's a sad compromise linking it back to 2019 pre-COVID to the 2021. But yes, we have to get back to normal next year, but we also have to deal with huge problems that we have in education. There's a big COVID deficit, 1.7 million persistently absent children. There's 100,000 so-called ghost children who've disappeared from the school registers completely. No one knows where these kids are or what they're doing. We've got a skills deficit. We're way behind on skills. We've got 9 million adults with low literacy and numeracy skills. And we've got a social justice deficit, because we know that disadvantaged pupils have lower attainment than better off peers and are 18 months behind better off students by the time they do their GCSEs.
A huge litany of